Hello, and welcome back to Greatest's Let's Play Modded Minecraft Season 2. And this is episode 10. Double figures. And where's my door gone? Well, I moved it. Along with... Yep, there it is. Along with everything else in the room. All gone. Why? Well, I promised a sorting episode and a processing episode, so I kind of had to build somewhere to make that, and downstairs wasn't really big enough for, well, I wanted to have a bigger room anyway, so I cleared things out a little bit. See, that cliff is gone, but also, aha, yep, I just extended away from the pagoda and built an entirely new building for the purpose, and you can see some sneak peeks in there. Not much else has changed out here, by the way, just this building. So here we go. And I've moved and upgraded these barrels. I've also moved the chest across. And if you've never moved chests with the contents before, make one of these a dolly. You can upgrade to a diamond dolly, but you don't really need to. The recipe for it is just 5 ingots and some planks. Well, 1 plank. So where do we start this episode? Well, I've also moved the machines down here. These two. And the power machines. And if you haven't seen this before, this is the power... Ooh, just to light down there. This is the power conduit for Ender IO. So let's go and make some more of that because I'm going to need it. And also, we're probably going to need to create some more generators. These just aren't cutting it. Even with my lava crystal not actually hooked up to anything at the moment, so that's something to do, which means we need some more of this conduit first. So let's make a couple more generators, and not these types, but some other types, and some conduit. So where do we start with that? Well, not by creating lights. I must have about 3 in that corner by now. Yeah, I keep missing. Keep forgetting to change even. So let's look at the generators first. We're already using the survivalist generator, and the furnace generator is the equivalent of that Stirling engine downstairs, so we don't really need that either. Lava generator? Oh, we've got some lava, so we could use that. And definitely not got enough of that. Redstone, not just yet. Culinary, we're already using outside. Potions, no. Solar generator is good, but you kind of have to flip between on and off to do that, and it has to be in the sun. Yeah, let's... those are the 8x ones. It'd be kind of nice to upgrade the survivalist to those, but nope, for now. Let's go with the lava generators. So it's 5 gold, 1 block, furnace, and a couple of redstone each. So let's get enough for 3. In that case, give me some of you. And you. So 3 lava generators. Not sure how long that lava is going to last us. There's about 128 in it, so as it gets used up, I'll then move on to more power in other episodes. So we also want some conductive iron, and that's just redstone and iron in the alloy smelter. And some conduit binder, which I have lots of by now. So yeah, we may not need 16, but it doesn't really matter. It's a fairly cheap thing, so first of all, let's just lay it out. Good thing about Ender IO that you haven't seen yet is that you can lay more than, well, you haven't seen in my stream anyway, recordings, is that you can fit all the conduits inside one block space, which is really, really, really amazing. I'm used to all these complicated setups with various pipes going everywhere. To simplify that, yeah, it's one of the best parts of the mod, in my opinion. Let's get rid of you for a second. And let's put down all of you. There we go, lava generator. Now, what we can do with these, let's just get rid of some of the more of this floor. I'll put it back later, promise. Is we can also use the fluid conduits that we've used before. So, for lava, look at that. Must have taken the developer ages to figure out all the different models. Yeah, so we can bring that up here, and we're going to set that to just disable for a second because we don't want it connecting, and then that down, and we need to change its mode to output, and you see there goes the lava. And that should actually be generating power for us, which is also connected to the bottom, as you can see, which is going to go all the way over here, and it's going to fill these up. Internal buffer is filling. See? So generators, as opposed to some other things like dynamos. I'm not sure if we've got dynamos in this pack. Dynamo. Yes, we do. As opposed to dynamos, and generators just stop working, and they're very, very efficient. That's already gone down 20 buckets. They're very, very efficient. So you can just connect them like this, and don't worry about it. So we've got some more power. This is going to top up from our blood network, which is fine and has been for a while now. Those chickens really help. We're going to have to do something soon though. In fact, while I'm doing that, I did update this. So we've done the Spontanea, I started it, we've got some good items, started Blood Magic. Today we're going to be automatic ore processing and sorting system Mark 1, and then we're going to have to move on to rituals, tier 4, new armor, and yeah, automatic ore processing. So, let's go back up actually, first of all. You'll see I put a diamond chest here, and I've hollowed out below. I've also hollowed out here just to save some time, don't want to put that on the camera, at which point it's pretty boring. And I've put out some item conduits all the way around here from the input, which is going to go up there. The first thing, however, is I want to filter into this. This is going to be the input, so I'm going to dump everything into that chest upstairs. From that, I want some of it to hit here for processing. This is my processing chest, if you like, my ore processing chest. And it's going to go with some machines here, do something, go around in a loop however many times it needs to, shuttle up around, and into one of those chests, or into the barrels above them. The barrels I have to cover as well. That's a little bit separate. So, let's start with filters. So if I just put this down here, let's set you to insert only, and channel let's leave it green for the moment. It doesn't really matter on this particular chest. I'm going to need to add some filters here to filter just the things I want. The problem with that is I need to filter, there's perhaps quite a lot I need to filter there. I can start with the basics, with a basic filter, and then move up. That wouldn't be too bad. But I don't have any at the moment. So let's get on with that. Now, if I want more than the basic filter, which I'm definitely going to need, particularly for these chests, and not so much for the barrels, but definitely for the chests, I'm going to need a new machine. It's called a slice and splice, hard to say, and it's an end IO machine, obviously. You need a skull and some other bits and pieces to make it. Some of that is called solarium, which is a alloy smelter recipe again. So I'm actually just going to start that cooking while I make the rest. So 16 of each. Might not need 16, but hey, why not? I want alloys only, you and you. They should start cooking. I've been making a lot of binder composite, by the way. It's useful stuff. So, what do we need for it? Some shears and iron axe, and I'm going to need 2 sets of each of those, I think. Because you need to have another set for inside the machine itself, I think, if I remember rightly. What am I looking for? Iron. Let's unpack some of these blocks. So 2 axes and pairs of shears. We need a head and a machine chassis, and that's basic capacitor and some more iron. So the basic capacitor on me. Now I have some bars somewhere. Yeah, 1 capacitor. I don't know why I laid out enough to that. Yeah, and just a head. So we want to keep zombie heads. That's quite important because they're going to be used to make the filters. So yeah, don't use those up. And it's just that solarium stuff, which has just been 5. That's good timing. Didn't practice this beforehand, promise. Okay, so later on I'll probably put that machine up here because it's not really a basement kind of automatic machine. It's meant to be used whenever you need to, really. So for now I'm just going to put it here and connect it up. And see where it needs the spaces for that. So you and you. Now, if I press U for uses, nope, you're not going to work. Nope. Okay, I'll go the other way then. What we're actually going to need is the Ender IO filters. There's a basic one. Used it before. Just requires a bit of iron, some paper. The advanced one requires a zombie controller. And the existing item filter, which we're going to need for those chests upstairs, requires one of the advanced ones. And then the mod just needs yet a wrench, which isn't too bad. It's electrical steel, which is yada yada yada. Okay. So first thing is zombie controller. That's why we need these. Need zombie heads, some more solarium, some silicon, and some redstone. So active. That's why I can get to it here. And the electrode. Yeah. Okay, looks like I can't add more than one at once. That's a little bit annoying, but we can deal with it. Right. Oops. Zombie heads, I will take those and some silicon. Definitely extracted that stuff. I'm ready to make some more. Silicon is just putting sand through a sag mill, by the way. So this still always active. There we go. And it was just redstone. It's going to take a moment. Zombie controller, the shears and the axe are eventually going to break. But, nothing to worry about just yet. There's our advanced lighting filter. So if we apply this into here, we have more options. And forgive the GUI, I'm sorry, the Faithful Pack doesn't have the updated one, but trust me, there is actually slots there. You see, there's 10 slots, and then the other buttons on top. So let's start with the filters. So to start with that, I'm actually going to go and need to mine to get some of the ores, but I've got at least one to start with. So if we start with copper and we drop a copper in place, in fact everything's offset, it's not just the top UI. We're going to set this to whitelist, so we want this in here and priority is 1. We don't need a button metadata, MBT data, that's not all important. Ore dictionary enabled, I think, so any type of copper that we find should go in here. And sticky mode, we're going to disable that, leave it disabled. Sticky mode just means if I turn this on, this copper ore will only ever hit this chest. You know, it will never overflow or anywhere else, which means it could back up into that chest, so I'm not going to worry about that. And from there, what we're then going to need to do is, if I just take this bit out, there we go. Do I actually want? Actually, I'm not going to go down the back, so I don't need that open. We'll go down. So from the bottom of that then, I'm going to need to do something along this kind of line. Oops. So what we're going to need to do here for a second is we're going to need, in fact, let me just disable this one. Yeah. So we're working down here. We're going to need to insert only some things from that into this, and it's all the ores again. So we're going to need another filter. And this is going to need to be in and out. Insert, we're going to go on green, that's fine. Right, I'll tell you what, let's change this to red. So, red line coming out. On the insert mode, also red. And we're going to put a filter on. On the extract mode, which we can set to green, they can see insert red, outsert green. Make that some other colour if we want to. We're then going to send everything else this way. In fact, don't mind me, actually we're going to send it back. Yeah. So green will come back and into there. No, I'm not. No, can't do that either. Nope. Fine, I'll figure that out after I've made the filters. I'm probably going to just send it, at least initially, straight into the alloy smelter. I was just concerned about that overflowing somewhere, so I may have to have a to-be processed chest for the alloy smelter somewhere, and then figure it out from there. So let me go and make those other filters first, because we're going to need to do that to hook anything up, and then I'll come back once those are done. Alright, let's give this a try. So here's just, I've applied some more filters. Here's, I've set it up finally. Let's see if this actually works. I've set this to a priority of 3 on green, which is the, you think that, if you imagine that inside each pipe is a separate colour line, that should be fine. It's a channel. Copper ore, going to this buffer chest. From the bottom of the buffer, extracting comes out on channel red. Insert on brown. Not sure if I need the insert just yet, but yeah, let's go back that. So output on red. Okay, both of these receive red, but they have, again, filter, copper ore for this one, and copper powder for this one. But this one comes back out, it's going to come back on brown. Brown's going to be inserted back into the chest and is ready for extraction on red. Red comes back out, comes back into here, goes back, goes in on red, and comes out on green. Green goes back up and into the chest. In fact, no, that won't go into the chest because it's exclusive. So what I actually need is just to connect that. It's back into green. Green will go up there. It's going to look at this. It's not going to be able to go into there. It's going to go up again, green with everything else. So that should work, I think. We're about to find out. Hopefully. First of all, let's just disable the other routes. So we're going to turn you off. And we're also going to turn you off. Yeah, I'm not even sure if you need to specify anything. We'll see shortly anyway. For the bottom, we're going to move this machine later. Should be it, I think. I've also set a priority down here of 2, just in case, so that we don't get any interference with this. It shouldn't matter because I've set up the channels, but just in case, it's there. So now we need to hook this up to the chest here. You're just going to extract all the time on green. Better check that on these. It's the extraction What was active? All was active. All was active. So for copper ore, this should work. It's gone from there. It's gone from here. It's being processed. It's hit the chest again. But it's not hitting you. Oh, am I in the right mode? Ah, that's why. All smelting. There we go. And then it should leave this. And it may not have anyone to go at the moment. Let's have a look, see what happens. Yeah, it's got nowhere to go. So I'm now going to need to hook up the other end. This sort of thing. And for these, we're going to use the existing item filter. Unfortunately, it needs more of these advanced ones, which needs more zombie heads, so I'm going to have to go hunting. But basically, they'll go on the bottom of each of those chests, and whatever's inside them, like the sorting pipes, which I mentioned in the last episode, whatever's inside these, it will only put more items of the same thing that are already inside. So for example, here, there's copper ingots. So if I hook that one up, got some, so I can hook that one up first. Second. Yes. So what do I need? It's just a stone comparator and stone. Okay. Yeah, redstone torches. Okay, close enough. One comparator. One of those, and 3 redstone, is it? Yep, there we go. So, if temporarily I hook this up, say I'm gonna have to pillar up there somehow. Really, no blocks on me? No, hang on. Digger. Yes. So just temporarily, if I bring this across, I'll obviously route it upwards once I'm ready for the rest. I right click there. It's going to be an insert only. This is going to be priority 0, in fact. Because 1's going to be the barrels, I think, just in case. And I want the existing item filter. So if I snapshot what's in there right now, it's just going to take like a photograph of the actual items. So if I press show, all these items are in there at the moment. So that's what's going to be stored for this chest. Metadata, ore dictionary enabled because I want all types of copper. Sticky mode. Actually, yeah, I'm going to enable that because I don't want copper going anywhere else. Actually, no. I need an overflow chest, so that's fine. So if I just hook these up now, copper should go out of here, which it has, and go all the way up there, which I forgot to count how many was in there, so... Right, that should be the copper, so 55, I don't have any more... Yeah, I don't have any more ore at the moment. I'm going to go do some mining anyway, just so we can show the system off. So here we are, I have a miner's backpack full. all of these. I've added the ores, apart from gold. I should go and add gold to the filters here. So I want to scrap one piece of gold. Well, it's on resupply mode, so it'll probably... Yep, so when I filter gold, you'll see all the other ones are there. And into here, I'll do the same. I've not done anything with the other side of things yet. Copper powder is still there. So if I just test it by doing what I would do after coming back from mining, which is just to dump this in here, you'll notice it's slowly pulling everything out. Now it probably won't pull out... I don't think it's going to pull out the amber and the others. Yeah, you see, because they're not hooked up yet. Only stuff in this will be this chest, or in those filters downstairs, will get pulled out of this chest. So I do need to set up additional existing item filters, but there's no need to show that on camera. That's all the same. So if we look in here, obviously all the ores have been dragged in. They are now being pulled in to the sag mill and getting processed into copper powder. Now when it runs out of copper in just a minute, in fact if I just take that out just to make it run out of copper, it's going to start processing the other ores. Now those won't have anything yet, so they should just stay in this chest, I think. Or will they? Yeah, there they are, the dust, lead dust. And they're just going to pile up, so I need to add those into the filters here. And then that should all start working itself through. So, my sorting system, automatic ore processing, and wow, that uses a lot of lava. Yeah. So is that going to keep using it? I'm going to keep an eye on that. Wow. Okay, so we may have to go and find a way of refilling that next. One last thing just before I leave the episode, because it is getting to that time. If you look at the bottom of the screen, I'm on 51 levels, and I don't want to be on that kind of thing when I am in danger of dying. In fact, just put that in here now. So I want to make a storage method. First of all, I want to make a drum, just like the ones for blood. And it's just temporary storage for now. So it's just lots of iron, isn't it? When I say lots of iron, I do actually need more than like 8 pieces. So one drum, that should do for now, and I'm not going to put it anywhere just yet. I need a fluid conduit of some type. Got one left. Okay, cap it in those corners. I'll just put it here for now. So if I dig up that, and I'm going to want to put the fluid conduit here from that. I'm going to want to make a tank, and this one I'm going to want the open blocks tank, I think. Yeah, which is some obsidian and glass panes, and I have both of those, so there are 2 tanks, but I only need the one. Should do, although I might need to just configure it. extract mode. Yep, just extract for now. Always active, that should do. So anything that gets put into that tank will get extracted into the drum. And I imagine a lot of you will know what's coming next. A drain, an XP drain to be more precise. Just some iron bars, so I'm going to need more of those anyway. There we go. So to store your XP and the drain. And wait, admittedly, that drum should actually change colour. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that's storing it just fine. And I can just go and stand on here. Thanks for watching this episode, sorting and processing. Next episode, I think we're going to be going on to Blood Magic Rituals. And we're going to need that to start on getting on to Tier 4. Until then, thanks for watching. This is Greatest signing off.